What's up, interweb? You already know who I am. They call me Mr. Keep It a Buck. Give two fucks. 100. Intro Media Gaming at IMG. Y'all know how I do it, man. I'm not getting dressed up or none of that shit. I got a white t-shirt on. I got red sweats on. I got sandals on and shit. I ain't getting dressed for this shit. It ain't nothing. It's my off day. Fuck it. Kids been in my fucking chair and fucking my chairs and shit. But I'm gonna keep it straight buck on this one. But like I say, I'm gonna shout out to the homies. Shout out to my man Ghost Rider. He had an excellent podcast with the homies yesterday. Go check them out. It was Ghost Rider, J Lone, Tuck Master, my homie from the UK. I can't think of your name right now. I can't. Every time I go on, I can't think of your new tank because I turn into this personality. Check them out. What up with you, Emmanuel? What's up with you, Cypher? You know what I'm saying? Check that podcast out. It was fire. They was giving their opinions. Some people agree, some people don't, but that's how we don't. We always don't agree. If you check out the Heroic Vibration Podcast, we always don't agree on there. So go check out the Heroic Vibration Podcast. Y'all give me 1 second. I thought I had my charger and I don't have it. What's up with you, Sutton Toast? Give me 1 second, G. Let me go run to my room. All right, I'm back. Y'all see, I'm in my civilian. I'm in civilian clothing because I don't feel like doing. I ain't shaved. I ain't did nothing. Yep, I'm a true junk again. Fuck you. Kill yourself. What up? What you sick? Sick. I can invite you in stuff like this now. I got my thing up, Andy, so I can invite you now. So if you want to come in, let me know. I can send you an invite. Um, you know what I'm saying? I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, so go check out the Heroic Vibration podcast. Then also, like my man Six Lair, he's part of GRG podcast now. Go check him out. He's starting a new channel. Whenever he brings that shit up, I'm gonna promote it like a motherfucker. So you know what I'm saying? So y'all can check that out. Heroic GRG on Friday nights. You know what I'm saying? What's good with you, Handy? Oh no, I'm talking. You saw the title, see? If I got sick, I'm just gonna send you something. Sick, send me a DM and I'll send you. Send me a DM and I'll send it to you. Because I got this new app and I can add folks, invite guests. I copied it, so anybody want to get in, y'all come in. I don't care. I give two. You know what I'm saying? I give two. But you know, go check out GRG. We be banging. I don't smoke. I'm an alcoholic. I don't smoke. I'm a connoisseur. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a connoisseur. You say I look like Homer Simpson? I probably do like Homer Simpson right now. I don't care. I probably look like Homer Simpson right now. I ain't shaved. Hey. But I got that Dollar Shave Club. What's up with you other Zinc? That's my brother right there from another mother. What's good with you? I'm just trying to get everybody before I turn up. You know, I fed the kids already. Fed the household already. I'm putting in liquor. I gotta go to work in the morning. Unfortunately, that's why you saying why you ain't shaved. I'm doing it in the morning. That's motivation to get my ass up. What you calling in for?
Jonathan, Jeremy, what do you do?
Nah, I don't know about that, G. I don't know nothing about that. Keep that comment to yourself. But go check out Keyboard, E-Rock, Sega Man, one of the ultimate collectors that I know, because I don't collect shit. But what I collect? What I got over here? Let's see what I got. Let's go in the magic box. I don't know. I had it over here. Matter of fact, I need to take this. This is like $300 right here. I need to take to work with me tomorrow. All right, I'll DM you. Matter of fact, I'll throw it in what you call it. I'm gonna throw it in I'll throw it in what you call it real quick. I'll throw it in our DMs. I'll throw it in there. Whoever want to come in, they come in. I'll throw it in there. I'm gonna throw it in there right now. I gotta go. So it might. I'm still in here. I hope I'm still in here. But let's go real quick. Twitter. Sick. I got you, Sick. I'm sending it to you now. All right. Hope I didn't go away. I don't think I went away. But I sent it to my G. You know what I'm saying? That's my partner in crime. I just had some shit that yeah. See, people thinking E3 is dead and all this. Exclusive xCloud pen. Can't get nowhere else. Can't get nowhere else but E3. Let's go. I'm waiting on Sick to get in here. I'm Sick getting here. Oh yeah, here we go. There we go. Add the screen. There we go.
I'm gonna keep this camera
you in
off.
Here now.
All right, cool.
I cut my camera off. You know what I'm saying?
No. I cut mine off. It's okay if you have yours on. It's cool.
No, we good. We good.
All right, sweet.
No, we good. So what's going on with you? Tell everybody about you, my man. You my man for 50 grand.
Oh, well, speaking of myself, I guess the perfect example is what I'm doing right now. You know, Final Fantasy 11, they got these private servers you can compile your own, put together, and then run your own server. In fact, that's what I was doing right now before you started up your show.
Okay.
Decided I will hop in.
Okay, like I say, man, you know, we do GRG every week. You know, that's 108 Ace Boost Coon. If y'all don't know, he got common sense. Common sense ain't common no more.
Apparently.
Common sense ain't common no more. So what you been you been gaming? I know you said you wasn't gaming last week.
Yeah, I haven't been gaming.
I ain't been gaming
much.
like that.
Yeah, the vibe has just been a little different lately, so I've been playing too much. But I wanted to mess around with this Final Fantasy thing. You know, I had spent many years playing that game, so I figured, hey, if I could run my own server, you know, I can get some of the goals I never got back in the day when I played it. But it's just a project for now. I'm just waiting on a lot of the games I was waiting on. Project Wingman sometime this summer is coming out. You know, Cyberpunk we should have had already, man. I would have been balls deep in that right now. So
yeah, but I ain't mad at it though.
I ain't mad at it either. But you know, it's kind of disappointing. It did mess up my plans. But yeah,
it didn't mess me up. I tell people, like, I keep my expectations down to a certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when I heard about it, it didn't piss me off.
Yeah.
Because at least I know most games that takes their time be masterpieces.
Yep.
The ones that sit there and they rush and you got to go do a whole lot of how can we say you got to do updates and all that. No.
Yeah, pain in the butt. But yeah, and CD Projekt Red, like I said on the show, they deserve that pass, for waiting and all, because every time you wait on them, you get what you deserve.
Yeah. No, like I said, I tried the game last night. I got too loaded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm back at you. I'm back at work full time now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Even though ain't nobody there.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a slow day for me. I'll probably be home super early on Wednesday. It's usually dead.
I'll be wanting to sneak. I gotta sneak in. I gotta go in by myself tomorrow. But it's nothing to do. So when it's nothing to do, I can get away with it. I mean, I don't do nothing. That's why people see me on Twitter talking a lot somewhere. I ain't doing anything. At least at the house, I'm dealing with the kids, doing something. Dealing with my business that I'm trying to open back up, and it's hard to open back up because I gotta have. That's another story. That's another
whole other thing. Yo, I see the usual faces in the chat. I see Velvet Lulu. I see other Zinc, of course.
50 grand.
Emmanuel, no doubt. Same here. Handy Gamer.
Yeah.
True Virgil.
So I'm gonna ask you this question before I even speak up on it. I don't know if you ever saw other YouTubers. Remember when the last of this stuff was going down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And everybody was referring to PewDiePie as you, as a person of color.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that. How you feel they backing him, and he's a known racist. He's known to use the N-word on several occasions online.
Yo, that's the clown that, off bat, when he first started blowing up, it was all the kids, who play Fortnite and such, was into him. He acted all crazy, whatever. So I already saw him as, something, to keep an eye on, because it was kind of suspect. He's getting a lot of attention from a lot of kids, young folk, and their minds are easily. God damn, this woman, she would call now. Yeah, same old, yo. Females always calling at the wrong time. Anyway, so yeah, and then all of a sudden I started hearing all these racist rumors. He's saying this, he's saying that, and it was almost like once a month you would hear something, and the evidence would be damning, and then nothing would happen to him at all. He kept getting passes, and it was obvious evidence of what he was doing. So I don't know what's up with all that, with that dude.
No, like I've been watching guys that got flagged over the last of it and stuff like that, and they refer to PewDiePie. My son, I'm laying in the bed early before I even start doing it. I'm laying in the bed. I order food. I got the itis and everything. I'm just sitting in the bed chilling. He comes in, and I had made the title up before I even do it. You know what I'm saying? Do the podcast. And he said, I didn't know. I said, yeah, he said the N-word on several occasions. But no one's talking about it. It's like they're giving him a pass.
Right.
And I'm like, why he get a pass? If I call somebody out of their name, out of their race, they're ready to take my channel down.
Yeah, you know how that go. But I got a quick question. How old is your son?
He's 14.
Yeah, he's the perfect age range where, he would have been watching his stuff. And he didn't know. And he didn't know.
Hardcore gamer. He admitted that too. Like, he ain't no hardcore gamer.
Yeah. But you would think your son would have heard about all this racist stuff that was going on, but he didn't
hear. Yeah, didn't hear about it because because we're hardcore gamers, they swept it on across the media stream, swept it under the carpet.
Man,
but when I see these guys talking about that, that was irritating the hell out. I mentioned it at the end of my podcast last night. I said I'm gonna give you a sneak preview of what I was going to talk about today, but I really don't talk about the politics. But I'm like, man, everybody want to be Black Lives Matter. You want to be Black Lives Matter, but you ain't condoning this man at all.
Nope, not doing it.
You're not even acknowledging what he said.
Yeah, but they do that often. But like I said with your son didn't even know, and he's that perfect age range where he would have been watching his content and he didn't know at all, So if your son didn't know, most people who watch
He
this
said,
stuff
I
don't
ain't
even
watched
know.
him. He said, I ain't watched him in about 2 years. He said, thing about it was because I think he was playing thing about my son said I knew about him because he was playing Minecraft.
Right.
And oh shit, I get off early. Oh man, you might bless me, man. I might gotta go to work tomorrow. Hang on.
Oh boy.
You might bless me. My boss just sent me here all for those who's working in the office tomorrow. We hear that it's gonna be a federal media sorts car caravan gathering from 10:30 something event or something like that. I don't care. Ain't bothering me. I don't go to lunch at 12:30. It don't bother me. I don't care. But I live. People don't understand. I mean, where I work at, I live in Westwood by UCLA. Bel Air's in the back, and on the right is Beverly Hills.
Oh.
That's where I work at. So it gets thing about it. The office building will actually notify us about certain stuff. So it don't bother me. I might be out there with them because I ain't got nothing else to do. But I just don't see where the media coverage is like talking about this.
Well, I didn't look too hard into it, but every time there was a situation, it seemed like there was an excuse for it or whatever. But a couple of times there wasn't. It was quite obvious, yo. Like he did something or said something, and there was evidence and proof that you can't take away, where people have been canceled for less. And I'm not down with the cancel culture, but of all the dudes who has violated enough times with mad evidence to spare, it's PewDiePie. I don't understand why he's still around.
Yeah, like my thing is, you guys use him as a reference, and you know what he said. Like I heard blankly what he has said before, live on the interweb and everything. I heard him say it, but I don't know why people back him as like he's a resource. I understand he has the subscribers. People don't understand. Really, PewDiePie is American. He moved to Switzerland, so he don't get taxed.
Oh, he did? I didn't even know about that.
He's a Swiss. Yeah, his mom's from Switzerland. His dad is American. He moved to Switzerland, so he don't get a hit with American tax money.
I did not know
and
about that.
He can come in and out as long as he can come.
Not right about now.
Yeah, he can come in. He can come in and out when he please. He don't get American tax, so he can go on Twitch, Mixer, when everything, anything that you can stream on, he can go on that bad boy and make money, and he don't get American tax.
Wow, I didn't know it was even like that.
Yeah, he considers himself as a Switzerland. That's what he considers himself. He lives abroad. He's not from out here. He's not one of us. You know.
Man, that just sounds like some old bullshit right there, that he's able to get away with all of that in the first place. And he's not even here in America? What?
No, he's not here. No, he's in Switzerland. No, he's in Switzerland.
That's just that's a whole nother level of bullshit I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he wasn't in this.
That's why Twitch and them don't really get on him, because he can't follow by the guidelines. They can't really follow on the guidelines because where he lives at. He lives in actually a country that's that you can't go get snatched from.
Well, he may not be able to get snatched from, but that doesn't mean they can't block him from the service. There's people.
No, they won't block him, because guess what?
Making money.
He's generating the money.
Well then,
but then you got Mr. Duck. I don't like
respect.
Yeah, I don't really like what the fuck he does, and I really don't watch his. I ain't never watched his content. I was trying to find him at last E3.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But what he does ain't no on the point. He ain't calling us out our names.
Right.
He ain't calling, but everybody want to use Black Lives Matter. Everywhere I go, I go on Amazon. I go on this. The first thing I say, Black Lives Matter. I don't see that shit on Twitch. I don't see that you sitting there reprimanding this guy for doing what he's doing.
Man, and we still haven't got an explanation about why Twitch banned him for life.
I heard the word on the street that I got from is him and a couple of famous YouTube streamers, Ninja and them, they was going to start their own site.
Okay.
And that was supposed to be quote unquote violating some bullshit. That's the word on the street. I ain't gonna confirm. I'm not gonna deny it.
Well, something I heard that sounds very similar to that was that some advertisers or whatever that was down with Dr. Disrespect, you know, when he had got banned or whatever, they stopped supporting him just before or something. I'm not sure exactly how that works.
No, there's a lot of them that support him. They still support him.
Well, these advertisers is back in full effect, even though he's not there. They back in full effect on Twitch. So I don't even understand the.
I mean,
the
think about it.
Money is money.
We really don't have no control of our content. To tell you the truth, we don't.
It's all about the money.
We don't have control of our content. You know, let's keep it a buck. We don't have control of our content, and that's crazy. It's a shame that we don't. But we don't.
Nope.
You know, I sometimes it's certain real, like I went off last night. I'm glad I didn't monetize it because it probably would have been certain advertisers don't want your content. That's what I get.
Right.
Like, huh? But then when I see a Caucasian guy that cusses and say motherfucking more than me, gets the green light. Well, I can't get the same thing. It's no equal equality. It's not equal.
Not at all.
It's not equal. So that's why I told people, this is not my day job. I'm not going to never let this be my day job. You know, I didn't lost more money than I made money off of YouTube, period. I didn't lost more money. I don't ask for nothing back. I'm not trying to be the next YouTube star. I told people I'm trying to be the new Food Network star.
Yo, well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I bought a I forget the name of the mic. Blue Yeti, $100, right? I used it twice. I plugged it in the other day, right? And Windows is giving me an error. Okay, I tried on my Surface. I'm talking to my Surface now instead of my desktop. Same thing. It might be just the cable. I'm hoping it's just the cable, but if it's not, yo, there goes $100 to this YouTube shit, and I don't even have a YouTube channel yet of my own, right? And there goes that money, you know? And it's way past return time, and it might just be the cable or whatever.
It might be a system update also.
Right, and it might just be the cable too, but I don't have one of those cables to try. It's like the ones they use in the PSP, not the minis they use on phones. It's that different one that's not too common, so I gotta go buy one to test out. But if it don't work, let's say, okay, there's $100 down the drain. Hey, but you charge that to the game, you know? Sometimes you have to, you know, spend money and make money. Sometimes you don't get that money back. Am I gonna sit there and be mad?
Just like Bloody. Bloody put money into his channel.
Oh,
he put a lot of money into his channel.
Yes, he did.
And that's what I felt like on Mixer. That's why I said I was doing my little 72 hours of hiatus, because it's not about me. I wasn't up there like that. Yes, I have different privileges from a lot of other YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? I can't say what I can say with some. I can get shit on action. Sometimes I get stuff that I don't even ask for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When everybody was trying to get xCloud, I just got a text message like, "Hey, go log into this app, and you in." I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it. But that's people that's looking out for me. You know what I'm saying? But they know, you know, like they say Xbox take care of their own. You know, they take care of their own. I get into, you know, I'm in the know on a whole lot of stuff, but I don't want to spill that out because I don't want that to be the I don't want to spoil nobody's happiness. You know how you used to wake up for Christmas, you didn't know what you got? I remember one Christmas I woke up and I got Super Mario 2. And it was from my mother's coworker.
Oh wow. I got stories about that game myself.
And Batman. I got the original, I got the Batman. I got Batman, it was CD at the time, right? It wasn't DVD, right? It was
Mhm.
CD,
Yeah.
the movie, and I got Super Mario. That I was a when I got told when I saw my dad put up my Beast Cruiser, I wasn't surprised. Like, oh shit! I already saw that shit.
Man, I got a crazy story about Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3. Well, actually, all three on the NES. So, back in the day, Super Mario Brothers is the packing game, right? I could never beat that game till I was 20 years old because, in level 8-1, and I remember it was that big jump, and there's that one brick in the middle. You gotta land on that brick and then jump off of that and to continue on. And like 1 out of 20 times, maybe I'll make that jump. So I couldn't beat that game for like 12 years. Mario 2, I could never get. 'Cause every time I went to the store, they never had it to buy. Like, I would go there all the time. I saved up my money. It took a long time as an 8-year-old to save up that money, and they never had it. So I bought Metal Gear instead. That was my first third-party game. And in fact, when I was 20, I got the game, and it was like I knew how to beat it because I was so enthralled in trying to get this game that I knew how to play and beat the game without ever playing it. And I beat it immediately after I beat Mario 1. All of a sudden, my brain unlocked the cheat code, I guess, and boom, I was able to play it. And then, I played Mario 2 right and beat it right then because I knew the game that much. I've been lusting after the game for a long time. But Mario 3, a friend of mine had it, and my sister had moved out. She turned 18 or whatever and moved out the house when I was like 7 years old or whatever. And at the time, I hadn't seen her for like a year and a half. I finally see her, there was a loss in the family, whatever, and she shows up and I see her. She gives me $50 out of nowhere. So I bought Mario 3 that day at the same store that didn't have Mario 2 and had the Metal Gear. And I was able to beat that game in like 3 days. But the first 2 Marios took me like 12 years to learn how to beat. It's ridiculous. But hey, it was just, one game came with the system. The other game I just got randomly. And then the third game, one of the games I loved the most in my entire life, I just see my sister who I hadn't seen for a year, and boom, here's $50. And that's where my mind was to go grab me a new game. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but when you're young, when you got a grip of money, what you did with it real quick. It was either you got some games, some candy, some fireworks. If you live in a certain area where fireworks is illegal in New York, that shit is illegal still.
It's illegal. It's illegal out here too, but I got the illegals. I ain't gonna lie. I'm blowing up the block. I'll be showing it on Xbox. On YouTube Live. I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna blow up the block like I did last year.
Yeah, it's legal out here in PA. When I moved here in 2005, that was one of the first things I spent a lot of money on.
They illegal. The thing about it is the way we put on the show. The worst test we had some cops sit outside and it's like, what the hell because you can't go over the border out here in California. You can't go over the border without a passport.
Right.
And he was like, well, how in the hell y'all got this shit from? And 2 of the cops bought some shit from us.
I could see it in my mind. I bet you like when he was like, asking, he wasn't asking to bust y'all. He was asking to find out where he get
shit from.
Yeah.
He said,
not trying to bust you. He's trying to find out for
we bust cakes. People don't even know if you in the fireworks. We got cakes. We, you know what I'm saying? We don't shoot skyrockets. If we shoot skyrockets, they big ass skyrockets. They super big skyrockets.
Wow.
So, I'm telling people like, I'm just telling them like, gee, I'm like, man. He was like, man, can we get something off you? I'm like, yeah, we got something left. Cause the thing about it is we get bored. We will pop in the daytime and get bored. We just want to see what certain case gonna do and this and that. And we have other people. I have people buying from us straight on site. They buy from us, like they'll pop up. What's happening? They'll come up. What's happening? So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna blow up the box. Like I said, my cousin said I'm going home Friday. I'll make sure I'm back home. I'll be back over here on Saturday so you can blow up the block. And then I cook. I got to cook this weekend, so it's cool. Thank God I got Friday off.
Lucky you.
But
I have Saturdays.
The job didn't give you the Friday off.
Fridays I work Fridays. My job isn't the type of job where I can just leave. So I would say it's essential. Not exactly, but still. But I'm gonna have Saturday off, and Friday. No, Friday it's not even gonna matter. Friday I'm gonna be in and out anyway, because all the work is really happening this week to prepare for Friday. Then after that, I'll probably be out early anyway. Then Saturday I have off, and then Sunday it'll be a big day, and then Monday I have off again. I really like Mondays because at my job Sundays is really the big day.
I can't stand Mondays. Mondays kill me.
Yeah, Monday is the leftover day from Sunday.
The thing about it is the server's been crashing like a motherfucker.
Everybody's been on live, man, and place it, on all the platforms, frankly. To be
when I say server, like servers at the job.
Oh, really? That too?
Yeah, no, I have to. Like, people sitting there like, why you go off my phone most of the time? Because I have to dedicate certain systems to the job. I wake up at 2, 3 in the morning looking at stuff going on. If attorneys, like I don't really sleep like that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't sleep like that. Like people thinking like, oh, you sleep some. It's certain days like today, I can sleep because I don't have to worry about it because my other 2 partners are going to take over. You know what I'm saying? I had to make that part of my new contract. I had to make a new contract yesterday. Because I'm like, if I'm off, I'm off. Unless it's something sitting, but I will still look at the systems. I still looking, but I'm off, I'm off. I don't want to be bothered.
Right.
If and think about this, I am the closest.
Oh, so they definitely gonna call you first.
And I'm low on the totem pole. I'm the new guy, so I'm low on the totem pole, and they know I'm gonna handle it. Like, well, he can handle it. And the thing about it is, they're courteous. They ask. They don't force me. They ask.
Right. That's key.
Yeah, they ask. That's why I stay with them guys, because they ask. Like, hey, we're gonna change the schedule. Are you cool with this? Are you satisfied with this and this and this and that? Can we come over for 4th of July? No. But I heard they coming over. So, and I got the
excuse me, I gotta take a phone call.
Don't tell nobody why I got the company back card. I'm gonna spend meat on them.
Excuse me, I gotta answer a phone call. Be right back.
Yep. But man, what y'all been gaming? What y'all been playing? Y'all feel like PewDiePie's a racist? Talking in the chat. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. Kids out there playing basketball. I don't know where my niece at. I don't know where my niece at. They got her out there playing basketball. I got my man sick. I don't know what 108 at. I'll try to get some more people in here. Y'all just want to talk about it. Matter of fact, let's go hit K Mega. Let's see if I can get K Mega in here. Let's go see if I can get K Mega in here. Let's go see if I can get K Mega. Let's go see. Because K Mega's the politician. I ain't the politician. Did I see your video the other day? I can't. I watch a lot of videos. I'm not going to lie to you, G. Let's see if we can get K Mega in here. I'm gonna put in. If they come in, they come in. If they don't, they don't. Whoever come in, they come in. Once I hit up the set. Why are you crying?
The ball hit her face.
You got hit in the face? You got to get used to that. So give me some that. If I looked at the video on Twitter, I said it. I don't know, G. Man, I've been putting out so many damn videos. It's crazy. Cause it's like this is Mike. It's K Mega's like Mike Lowry. You know what I'm saying? He got to watch this little show. Let me see if I can get his ass on here. You got the kids and my brother playing basketball in the backyard.
I said I can do it. You can't do it.
He said I do prison push-ups. My son said he do prison push-ups. We don't do no. I don't do no damn prison push-ups. So we get this entertaining. They ain't giving me the case, so if he gets it, he gonna get it in the in our podcast. I can't do nothing about it. Huh? You good? Let me see. I get my man Flip Money in here. Like I said, I'm trying. I am trying. Trying to get people in here, G. All right, I got the. You say you way out of shape? I'm out of shape too.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm out of shape too. I'm trying to get the homies in here. They ain't doing shit.
Hey, Mega, what up?
Can Mega in here?
He's in
I
the
sent
chat.
you a link. I sent you a link, Mega. I sent you a link. Go check it out. I sent you a link.
Yeah. Yeah, we live. Of course.
We're live. I'll send it again. I'll send it in the podcast.
Yeah, it's already there, homie. Hop in.
And you can give your thoughts because you political correct. I ain't. I'm talking about PewDiePie and him. Why you don't want to come in? You scared? See?
All of a sudden, he
Well,
asking for what? Like he ain't seen the headline. Don't act like you didn't already see the headline, man.
Yeah, I ain't coming in no more. Silk is taking my spot at GRG. I denounced my throne or no longer. He's the new Black Panther. I'm done. I'm renouncing my throne. You be on the political shit. I'm trying to let you speak your voice. Damn. You see, whenever I try to act right, they be sitting there, man, putting me down, G.
Uh-huh.
They be putting me down. I'm just like, tell your voice. Yeah, it's in GRG. I'll put it in GRG.
Yeah, all right, he's coming.
What do you say? Peace.
Then he said I'm coming afterwards.
You ain't coming. I put it in GRG. You ain't got to do nothing. You just got to hit the link. You can go off your phone, your tablet.
Yeah, it's like a web app. That thing was real smooth. I kind of like this app.
Hmm.
The little secret you got here, and you've been telling folks about.
I like telling people they don't like this, but I pay for extras. But they ain't nothing cost me like $25 a month.
What do you get with the extras? You get the thing on the bottom of the screen and stuff?
No, yeah, you get that. You don't get the. You think about. I can think about it. You don't have the where it's saying that it's coming from them.
Mm-hmm.
I can take off all of that off.
Ah.
You don't have to all that off. You said, why did The Last of Us drop? I'm gonna let Mega come in, and I'm gonna we're gonna let Mega come in, because see, I always come in.
I'm
You don't
just
never
saying,
want to come
man.
in
You as
mine.
savage as I am, man. Let me tell you, he's savage as I am.
I don't really give a. I'm gonna break it down, but I'm gonna let Mega come in. I just sent. He already know the link is in GRG podcast. It's in the DMs. He's got to hit it. It ain't hard, and we're gonna give him his perspective. Because I actually, y'all gonna find me. It's gonna each one teach one segment. It's gonna be a each one teach one segment. And you're like, who you gonna teach? You gonna teach me shit? I already know Mega. I've been around him. And then when I go live, why everybody want to come in the backyard? Every time I go live. Every time I go live. My man said, all right, you answer them, Zink. I'm gonna put you on prime time. That's what he said. He said most ever single player games only last on top for 2 weeks. You agree with that?
Not the greats. And these PlayStation fanboys is talking like this is one of the greats. So it must not be one of the greats. Am I wrong?
No, I'm no, this is your time. I'm putting you on prime time.
Well,
I'm giving it to you. So
yeah, well, this is my opinion on it.
Yeah.
It's not one of the greats, because the greats, they stay in the top 10 or whatever for a while, and they drop this much this quick. It's not acting like one of the greats.
But we also talking about UK numbers too. Am I right?
UK numbers is also usually a bellwether, thing. And the funny thing is, out there in the UK, they mess with Xbox more than the rest of Europe, but you can call all of Europe, PlayStation Nation, like. So if the UK is doing that, that's just another example of it ain't really popping like that. Real gamers have issues with the game. It doesn't even matter if you PlayStation or Xbox. There are a lot of folks who have a problem with that game.
We got Sporting Lock in the house, everybody.
Oh, there he goes. Say word.
Man, just when I was about to get my grub on, I was over here ready. I was anticipating, and then I'm like, what's going on here? I'm over here playing Injustice, trying to hurry up and get my last character. Well, not my last character. I still got like 9 characters left, but I wanted to get this one done before Rachel came on. And you over here talking about something you hit. I seen that link pop up. I was like, what is this? So I went to your channel, and then you were talking. I didn't even get to read the title, but I'm here. So what's going on? What's going on?
Well, how you feel about?
Well, hold on. You asked Slayer a question. He didn't even get to finish. I just interrupted
he
him.
got to finish. He good.
Yeah, I got to finish. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. So how you feel about PewDiePie and I saw you sit there and said facts last night. Like I said, I can look at my chat,
right,
and stuff like that. And how did you feel about PewDiePie and people referencing him in the world of gaming, and he's a known person to say the N-word on many occasions
on the reg?
I mean, it goes way further than PewDiePie. I mean, I know that he's like he's like the face of YouTube in that sense, because he has so many people that follow him. But I mean, I don't ever watch his content or anything. I take that back. I did watch his content a couple of times because I was trying to learn about the streaming aspect. But then once I heard about the whole N-word stuff, and this wasn't the first incidents that he had where he was talking about like, Nazism and Jews and all types of crazy stuff, I was like, no, I'm avoiding that. And the people still, and there was even people when I was reading the comments, because the one thing that when you get into perspective of wanting to see the surroundings, I'm seeing even black people that was defending him even after the whole N-word thing and then the thing about the Nazism and stuff like that. Like, oh man, just give him a chance. Well, I mean, how many chances are you going to give a person that keeps being an habitual line stepper? But that's the thing. So I mean, to try, the fan, when somebody's a fan, the one thing that I've noticed, especially when we could just talk about with just anybody that's a fan of whatever platform, once they're dug in, and it's going to be really hard to really make people change. I mean, we see this in politics, we see this in especially in gaming, we see this in all different types of spectrums of people who like their phones or whatever. But I can't support anything like that, and that he's definitely not the voice of me just because he's not a fan of a certain game. I just hope that other people that listens to his stuff, listens to other podcasters like you or me or Lemon or whoever else, would just listen to people that at least have a genuine heart and that cares about, that just not trying to be line steppers just to try to get more views or more shock and awe into what they're doing. That's my whole point of it. I mean, I think he's irrelevant in my book. I mean, I know it isn't because of the money and the status that he has, but for the overall thing as just a human being to a human being, I mean, I don't give two shits about what he thinks or what he feels.
Yeah, well, okay. Here's the thing about what you said there, because when I was saying my piece on it earlier, 100 has a son who's 14, and he stopped listening or watching and stuff for like 2 years or so. So I guess he was 12 at the time, but his son is the perfect age range of like of followers for this guy PewDiePie. So his son had no idea about any of this racist stuff, and so that made me think, yo, how many dudes have no idea at all? And these kids will make excuses for whatever unless they hear the truth. And even then, like you said, they're dug in. My girlfriend has a son. He's 16 now. He doesn't watch PewDiePie anymore. And he used to be a real Trump kid, really, with the hat and everything, just to piss people off.
Right.
He thought all this stuff was a joke,
right.
And then all of a sudden, some detail he heard, like, made him flip his game. Like, he trashed all that stuff. Everybody who knew him was kind of shocked that it took this mediocre thing. And it was just the allegations that this guy was involved in. That guy who owned the islands and he didn't kill himself, but they found him in prison, hung by his neck. What's the name of that dude? You know what I'm talking about?
Epstein.
Epstein, right. He heard some rumors that Trump was involved with Epstein as well. And you know how a lot of these Trump guys like to put the Clintons involved in that too. And I'm not saying they did or didn't.
Well,
right?
yeah, it was a fact
that
Bill Clinton was hanging around. So I mean,
right.
Bill Clinton. I mean, look, I'm a Clinton supporter. I just in my point, but I mean, if his track record when it comes to ladies is just
So yeah,
I mean,
as well. So the
right.
Anybody who's a Trump supporter or just anybody in the right would like to use that as an excuse to say, oh, but look at this and like ignore the Trump thing. But apparently he never heard none of that. And he was not cool with the Epstein thing at all. The Epstein thing seems to cross lines of liberal and conservative, where most people don't seem to think, that he killed himself and that, the suspect play at that. And most people seem to think that, who follow that. And he was one of those, kids who was definitely into that as well. But what he didn't hear about was that Trump, was yet another name that was involved in the whole Epstein thing. And once he found that out, he was done. So to bring that up, so that point of view to have, these kids are out here just saying, racist stuff, and they say it for shock value, So when it doesn't seem to matter what the facts are with these kids until they hear the truth in a way that triggers them, and then they might say, okay, I'm not cool with this anymore. And all in the meanwhile, dudes like PewDiePie are up to no good and getting nothing but views and money and respect, even though they're caught doing the same crap multiple times with damning evidence that can't be refuted, like black and white evidence recorded, either one of his streams or a tweet or whatever, and he keeps getting a pass, and I don't get it.
I mean, I do. It's just like the situation that happened with in the DMs the other day. I mean, it may have been even yesterday with when Op posted the stuff about the like the dark humor, and me and you didn't understand it, right? Like what? I mean,
Yeah, we didn't find it funny.
We didn't find it funny. I mean, because we're parents, right? But I mean, him and Bloody and other people that was because of course, I always go back and read the comments just to see the the temperature in the room.
Yeah. If you're not tripping either.
Right. And there's other people in there there was a few, but the majority, you could tell that they were just younger and they got whatever the joke was supposed to be. But I thought it was awful. Like, I mean, and I'm not trying to judge them because I thought the joke was absolutely disgusting. But I thought, it's another thing too, just to try to understand the younger audience of who you talk to, who you dealing with. Because I mean, look, as much as us older guys, we talk about the youth and what it is, but I mean, the youth has helped with this movement with Black Lives Matter, and that can't be refuted. And you know what I'm saying, that just can't. And so it's a catch-22. It's like if once they catch something that catches their attention, like you said, then that's when they start paying more attention. And somebody in the chat, who was that? I think that was Velvet, just brought up the point of parents just don't teach their kids this type of stuff. They just don't. They don't get them. They don't teach them about politics. They don't teach them about, if it isn't about certain things when it comes to like whatever the hell is going on with with some kind of street talk or other type of bullshit like that, it seems like it gets no attention elsewhere. Like when it's trying to talk, and I talk to my kids, like my son, he's been highly invested in the politics like I am because I'm always in his ear about it. My daughter, not so much. And then when I try to get to her about how important voting is and things like that, she kind of shrugs it over until something hits home. Right. And so that's kind of the thing to where we are right now, and it's
my son didn't know today. I'm laying in bed, and I said I'm gonna go live stream. So what you want to talk about? He said I never knew PewDiePie said anything like that.
He didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know. He didn't know
because thing about it, the mainstream media didn't post it. We know about it. It's a couple of websites that post about it, but the IGNs and the GameSpots and the Kotakus and all these other people, they didn't post that.
No, because these people are powerful. I mean, there was an article that just came out today was bringing up that this person gave a review about The Last of Us, and that a Sony representative called them, and they said that the person wasn't mean or anything like that, but they just asked questions of why did they feel that way about the game. Like, that's some wild shit. Like, what do you mean? Like, an executive has to call you because of a person's stance on how a person's opinion on a game? But it just shows how important it is for certain companies to get that type of great standing or try to use in a sense of a form of intimidation, even though the person didn't talk to him in a mean way or try to force him or anything. Like the person said in that article was like, damn, like it was very awkward to sit here and to talk and explain why I felt that way about my review. And we see that just with everything that's going on right now. There's just so much of the back channels where people have more influence on the bigger gaming media than ever before. And even though there's people that put their head in the sand and just want to be happy because certain platform is getting a lot of praise for certain games, it still is foul, because if that situation flips and then when the roles are reversed, then what kind of energy are you going to have then? That's the thing that people have to put in perspective. So instead of going out here and say, oh, you guys are crying about this and that, no, you need to be paying attention, because it goes a lot deeper than who's winning a console war at a particular moment, because it's not always going to be Sony who's in control. It could be Nintendo. It could be Xbox. Hell, it could be whether they're talking about cell phones or PC a lot more than your favorite platform. And then once they keep on, and once you have all these influences that's just constantly drilling them, then what you're going to say then? So I it's sad that some people just don't really try to get it or want to get it, but it does need to be discussed. And like I said, the whole PewDiePie thing is just, who cares? I mean, You know, it's crazy that he feels that way about I
Now
mean,
I can't
how you
rock
feel
with
about the game, but
players
it's
because
whatever.
he has the influence. You know, his and the way he acts has an influence. You know, if it was just the silly things and the way he acts, I know, and racism wasn't a part. Okay, that's the influence right there. I've seen the way he acted and the way, like for example, my girlfriend's son acted even before I heard anything about him being a racist. You know, the silly way he acts on his stream, and her son would act the same way. You know, that's an influence. Now, that's not kind of influence you care about. So who cares about that? But you know, monkey see, monkey do, and sometimes it goes too far, and then when it becomes ingrained, now you can't get that stink off of them later on, unless something happens, you know, to trigger that change, you know, forcefully, you know. And so I can't really sit there and say who cares, because you know the impact may not be now, but it could be in the future, and you got to know your own kid, or you know, to be able to deal with that. But hey, man, parents gotta speak to their kids. Parents don't teach their kids the way they used to use. It's the facts. But
Yeah,
hey,
I mean, because parents, I mean, and it's not all that there's bad parents out there, but hell, there's a lot of parents that's working, you know, a lot more than what, you know, it used to be. It used to be where, you know, and people don't have the economic stability to just have the wife at home. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, damn, you know what I'm saying? So, so if they got to work, if the dad have to work, and you know the grandparents got to work, or they you know, way away. It's not like how it used to be as me as a kid, where, you know, if I didn't go to daycare, I went to my auntie's or my grandmother's, or you know,
yep,
a
same here.
cousin's house, right?
I can
You know,
afford that.
it wasn't like the way it is now, and so you know, it takes you know, like they say, it takes a village to raise the children, man. So I mean, you know, neighbors don't talk to neighbors like they used to. It's very rare. People keep more to themselves. So I mean, it's just like, you know, it back in the days when, you know, if you got caught doing something, hell, the whole damn neighborhood would whoop your ass and then take you home. So I mean, it's like, you know, it's just totally different. And
Yeah, and then you catch more over there. Yep.
yeah. So it's just totally different, and it's unfortunate, but I mean, as long as PewDiePie got a
Hang on,
voice, and
I gotta
everybody else that's a
call
voice
right
that
back.
does it, it's crazy. So I don't
I'll
know
be right
what.
back. Call.
So what else you wanted to ask me about 100 in this whole thing? Did he leave? What up, Handy? How you gonna sit there and have this, and then you gonna mute, and then I'm here by myself? What is this? What kind of shit? What kind of shing ding is this? All right, so I want to do this because obviously 100 went walking away. Slayer's doing his thing. So let me ask somebody in the chat, what do you guys think about it? What's the situation with PewDiePie, or just the whole thing with the whole Last of Us situation? Like, I mean, why so many people are strung out on the fact of the story aspect? Like, there's people that hate the story. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Halo 5. It reminds me of so much of Halo 5, where people couldn't stand the story so much, and it didn't go the way, or it didn't flow the way that they wanted to. And now you look at the situation where, you know, Halo 5, I think it got like an 85 or something like that, 86. And now you look at this and you see The Last of Us, and then you got people that's fighting and that's trying to tell you that this game is a perfect score. What do you guys think about that? Somebody got to let me know something in the chat. I don't know. I have no idea what happened in 100. I really don't. What'd you say, Other Zinc? You said right, right. You got that ass whooping, and then you had to go back home. Yeah, I know. They left me high and dry. It would be messed up if I just go ahead and just got to where I was going to do.
I'm here. Just talk your piece. I'm here.
Bro, you're not there because I asked you a
Yeah, be
question.
quiet. Shut up. Be
No,
quiet. Do
I'm
your
done.
GRD.
I'm done. No, this is it. What do you got to say? This is your thing. So you the host. What are you talking about?
No, I'm the host.
Then talk.
I was talking, man. I was talking, man. I was talking. Damn. So I didn't know Zeke was going off. Y'all was doing it up around. I'm here. I focus. I'm letting you. I see. Think about it. This is what you do when you're a host. You let everybody talk. I don't need to talk. See. So how you feel? So how you feel with the Xbox event?
Well,
You
I
think
mean,
you got high expectations? You
oh,
got
absolutely.
low expectations?
No, I got excellent expectations. I think it's going to
Mhm.
be fantastic.
So what you
All,
think is going? What you think? Because I don't agree with everybody talking about certain stuff.
mhm.
Some stuff I think is a bunch of BS. So what you think about it? Let's give them a pre-GRG. It's
Uh,
Tuesday.
listen, listen. If you step away again when I sit there and ask you a
If I
question
talking
back,
to my mother, I don't give a damn. I'm talking to my mama.
well, you
I ain't
can't be
gonna,
having you, bro. You got
I
to
that's
be
what I do.
professional.
That's what I
I
do. This ain't got no. I ain't gonna tell my mama to shut up.
I didn't say to tell your mom to shut up, but you could have said, "Hey, I'll
I
come right
muted my
back."
mic.
But you could have
Y'all
said,
was
"I'll be right
already
back."
talking. You and Sick is already talking. I'm
And
listening
then
to the
and then
conversation.
and then Six said he had to leave. But anyway, let me go to
And
say what
Sick
you
is
got to say.
still here. That's why I
No,
was going to
he
get
said he
more
had to get on.
people in.
He had a phone call, so he muted himself. So I just left him high and
Yeah.
dry.
So, yeah. So damn.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so no,
You, you, you just mad because it's not chaos.
I'm not mad because it's not chaos. I'm just
Because it's
saying
silence. Sometimes it's silence is good.
whatever. I just think that
Mom's like,
it's
let me get my ass out your office. What you do?
no, it's the thing for me is where I don't want to see anybody bring up because like I said, I might be serious. I might start blocking people if I start seeing. I might start giving out my first pair of blocks if I start seeing people. Well, don't get your expectation. If it's coming from Xbox, then that's fine, but that would be highly disappointing, and then I would have to do a lot of bitching. But you know what? I was the only one in here for a hot ass minute.
That's
Hey,
what
you
I was
want to
trying to
hold?
tell you.
Hey,
But you were still
that's how
talking.
you want to hold the. Hey, see, you want to hold the mantle of responsibility. That's
I
why
was
I
like,
hold the mantle of responsibility.
okay,
I tried
anyway,
to cut you off and say, "Yo, I'm coming back. I'm coming back." But you just kept talking. I'm like, okay.
yeah, because I thought like 100 was there, and then I looked and I seen the
No,
mic
I've been
muted.
here. I've
But
been
anyway,
listening. No, I've been listening. I was just talking. No, because it was like work related stuff. Bull crap.
yeah, but no,
That was the work.
I
And I
just
got an email, so
okay, yeah, well, tell your mom I said what's happening too, whatever, So
she told you fuck you.
that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. I
She
mean,
said she
That's why
needed
you ain't gonna get no payment.
I know better. I know better than that. I know better than that. I know better than that. You know what I'm saying?
That's why his mom ain't gonna have no
She
payment.
love K Mega. But no,
No.
but no, I will start giving out my first blocks when people when they start bringing up that garbage about lower your expectations, man. I don't want to hear it this time. I don't.
No, the thing about it is I'll put it this way. I'm gonna tell you this, guys. You're gonna see the shitload of Halo and the shitload of their first party titles. I mean, what they're working on. That's all you're gonna see. So your expectations need to be medium.
Medium. That's what I want to see. I want to see what they're gonna have on their first party.
But what they gonna show you is shit out of Halo. They're gonna show you Halo working on the slipstream
Mm-hmm.
engine. That's what they're gonna show you.
Right.
And they're gonna show you party games from their websites. I mean, from you might see everybody sitting there leaking. It's gonna be another this game, another that game. We don't know. We really don't know.
And that's the fascinating part because we don't know, but I don't expect. But the whole notion of temper your expectations is basically saying, oh, no. We can't be hyped for anything that Xbox does. But PlayStation can have their show, which was not the greatest show. Let's be real.
Yeah, but like, see,
it
that was
was
the case of temper your expectations because that was not the show that was supposed to be equivalent to what Sony did 2 weeks ago. You know, it's this show coming in July, and then apparently it's supposed to be another one in August. They're saying, those are the shows that's supposed to be the ones that are going to be representative of what the platform has to offer, and those future titles that's supposed to be equal to what Sony did 2 weeks ago, not these little indie games and stuff that they had, which they had explained the case even before that show happened. And everybody trying to compare them like this, the same thing and equivalent, and they're not. They never were intended to be. So that's why I agree with you. Where this time I'm not trying to hear all the whole temper your expectations. No, expectations are set and they're very specific because we were told so.
Right. Yeah, I mean they're gonna show first party. They have 15 studios, potentially might have another 1 or 2 extra studios that's coming. And if they show, they're gonna show Halo for sure. They show Fable, and then if they show this game, whatever the game is going to be from the initiative, I mean, well, hot damn. And then if they give us a couple of surprise, well, they're going to show Everwild. That's going to be something that's definitely going to get shown. We'll probably get.
Well,
something
how do we know
about
that's going to get shown? How do we know? We don't know.
What you mean we don't know? That game is slated to come out here next year. So I mean, they're going to show it. I mean, they already showed a snippet of it. It's not like it's, I mean. This is, I don't know, what is August supposed to be the E3, the actual E3 thing for both Sony and Xbox?
August is supposed to save your ass. Save your ass. That's what August is supposed to be, saving your ass about this damn Lockhart. That's supposed to be saving your ass.
Okay, your ass
don't get saved.
But Lockhart,
your ass don't get saved. Huh?
But that's the Lockhart. I mean, that's the
Lockhart.
We're talking about hardware.
Hardware and gaming.
Right. Okay, but I think that'll be more of the third party. What Xbox is supposed to do with this is supposed to be their E3 coming up here in July this month.
Yeah.
That's so yeah, no, there's no high in expectations. Now, if whatever that's going to be in August, that's where I'm going to be like, okay, so it's whatever's whatever. This is the one to where everybody needs to be like, this is it right here for my boy Pred that says, look, I don't want to hear no excuses. I want to see the good shit. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see any little. If you're gonna bring the cutesy games, you better have a whole abundance of hot fire.
What Phil say? I wasn't scared of nothing that Sony showed us.
No, yeah, you're right.
That's some spicy talk. You better have.
That man don't usually talk like that. He was like, "Yeah, I got some work. I got some smoke.
Like that, he usually
I got some tear gas." So for him to say something like that, he got something for he got that work.
Yeah, no, I agree. He
got that work, and I'm not sitting there and tempting like, oh no, this and that. No, when Phil say what he gonna do, Phil ain't to me, he has not put in any word like I'm doubting him. Had to think of my words. Doubt him. Phil came with the vision. You guys wanted Japanese games. You don't buy them. You guys wanted Quantum Break. You didn't buy it. I'm talking to the Xbox fans. I'm keeping it in the buck. They don't think about this. We need, as a community, to come together instead of being. Think about it. This is something that I do say that the PlayStation Nation has. They come together. Wrong or right, they stay together. We fight with each other, and that shit got to stop.
Right? Yeah. No, I agree. Go ahead.
Yeah, they do stick together, but it's like that's that kind of sticking together, man. They can keep it, because those guys will say one thing, and if anybody flips, all of a sudden, those guys are a pariah or whatever. You really don't see that happening with Xbox except for one guy. But, that one guy, put his foot in his mouth and his arms and fingers and everything else. So, he get what he get. Nobody really trusts him on the other side of the row. You feel me? But, yeah, I can't really knock
the event. Let's ask you this question. I'm going to ask you this too, Zink. I'm going to ask you this question. What surprise will blow your ass out the mind next month?
Killer Instinct 2 and
it's
this
month.
Already. Yeah. Well, no, is it? Yeah, the month's not even over yet. Yeah, no, it's next month.
Nah, Killer Instinct 2 don't count.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the hell it does, because nobody knows if it's coming or not. I've been on there. I've been the one saying that it's still coming. I've been adamant that it's still coming. But Killer Instinct 2, but you asked for me. Killer Instinct 2, Lost Odyssey, or it, a Rise reboot or anything Rise. I lose it. I would lose it. Quantum Break, I think is
Quantum Break ain't happening.
Is not happening. Yeah, I don't think Quantum Break is ever happening. But But yeah, and then if we could go to a older title like of a Ninja Gaiden, something like that, if any of those type of games, or let's something like, let's say that they bring a Japanese studio and then they're working on something that looks like Ninja Gaiden, or something like that looks like Scalebound, it's over. There'll be nothing that any hater could, any stan hater, anything of Xbox could tell me otherwise. That
they'll try anyway, but doesn't mean you.
Yeah, it'll be over.
Care.
It'll be over. For other people, it'll be Fable, but for me, it's one of those games. What about you, Slick?
Oh man, every E3, I always say, I'm expecting A, and A is usually the obvious thing, and then B might be, obvious to some, if you're paying attention. But then I always say something like, I expect something new and different, and every time I say that, nothing new and different ever really pops up. So this time I'm gonna buck the trend and not say that. But Killer Instinct 2 is something, now I think about it, I get a feeling like that might be on the horizon as well. Not that I see any evidence specifically, but I get this feeling, little side things that are happening. Just like with the Lockhart thing, how there's little side things and leaks and SDK leaks, that usually happen around something that is rumored to be true, and it happens. Mm-hmm. I feel that same thing is happening with Killer Instinct. So if I had to call anything, I guess I would say that. But let me see. The backwards compatibility team left on doing 360 games on Xbox One to go handle what they said was Series X, and I'm sure that's just a compatibility with Xbox One games in general. But I feel like we might get some original Xbox One games, maybe something from the Xbox One era, maybe like MechAssault will finally start getting developed or whatever, or be in the pre-planning stages, or something from the original Xbox era. Maybe Ninja Gaiden, maybe MechAssault. What else was there in the original Xbox era that was real popular? I'd love to see a tennis game. Remember Topspin? Topspin was like the new virtual tennis after virtual tennis.
I wouldn't see any sports games coming from Xbox.
That's the only thing I could really think. It would have to be something from the original Xbox that's coming back.
Topspin, G?
He said Topspin.
Topspin was a good ass game.
It was a good game, but I don't see that.
I like Topspin, but that ain't coming.
Bro, a lot of people like that ping pong game that was made with that GTA engine. So don't sleep on that. A lot of folks it wasn't me. It wasn't for me. I never played it, but a lot of folks low key were like, But that wouldn't get the masses to be like, I'm getting Xbox day one. Oh no, that's definitely not saying to get Xbox One over, but definitely wouldn't be surprised.
But you was asking for more Atagi. That's been a game I've talked about.
Yeah. Some software could do.
You said Atagi. Yeah. Put it this way. Xbox gamers do not buy these Japanese games.
What?
They don't. We do. Hang on, we do. We in the minority. They don't support them damn games. They don't care about them.
Final Fantasy did well. Kakuza. See, but this is the thing though.
And I don't want to hear about no goddamn what you call it off the other joint, off the of what you call it, and they in their little bullshit. No, they don't. I
don't even know what you were saying, but I don't know what you're saying.
You know what you finna say? What's the game? The what you call it company?
Sega.
No. I'm talking. You talking about Game Pass?
No, I'm talking about the company.
Because that's what I was going to say.
Game Pass. No, they sell off Game Pass. Guess what?
Because people didn't want to sit. This is the thing about the whole Japanese games situation, right? And this is just with any game, 100. This is not just with Japanese games. And this falls in line with even with PlayStation gamers. So that's only people that really, the only gamers that really go out and buy their exclusives in abundance is Nintendo. They're the only ones that can brag about that. No, not Sony, not because they can brag about the same 6-7 games. They have way more than 6-7 games that came out. And they didn't sell worth a rip. As a matter of fact, the Quantum Breaks and the Rises outsold games like Deadborn and Injustice. Infamous Second Son and things like that. But okay, that's another discussion. Game Pass is the gate to open up a lot of gamers into games that they normally wouldn't play. That's what I'm saying. That's why like Yakuza is over here getting a resurgence. That's why game like the rumors I just posted about an hour and a half ago. Soul Calibur is looking like it's going to come over to Game Pass. You don't think people are not going to try to give those games an opportunity?
Yakuza or what you say? Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur is on Xbox.
Okay, but
it's already on Xbox.
But it's not in Game Pass. But it looks like it's going to come to Game Pass.
It'll be on there.
Right. So
on there because I got Tekken 7, all that shit on XCloud.
Right.
Why you ain't on XCloud?
I am on XCloud.
So why you ain't support? Why you don't?
What do you mean I don't support it? I haven't played it in a little bit because I've been home for the majority of the time. I've been home for quite a bit.
On your phone, you ain't been in the bed, and you ain't buy you a clip.
No, because I got my game room. What am I going to go into bed and my wife is in there watching TV or whatever?
Yeah, you ignore her. You come on. We got old ladies. You know we ignoring our old ladies half the goddamn time. They
anyway, just stop it. Anyway, so
yeah, but if he was ignoring her, he would go all the way and just be in the game room. He's saying
right. But that's
because he ain't got no class like that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna disrespect like that. I'm gonna just come out of my game room and then come out and go sit in bed with her, and then I got the damn XCloud in there. That's rude. No, I would not go in there.
That's rude.
That's rude.
Listen to you. That's not rude.
That's rude. I'm not doing that. But if I'm going, but when I do go somewhere, I'll bring my little bag with me, which got all the hookups and stuff for XCloud. So I just haven't played it in a little bit. But no, but that's the thing that helps games come in.
K-Maker, so we don't have nobody trashing. How long you ain't played XCloud? So nobody ain't trashing.
It's been about a month.
Yeah, I would say the same thing too.
Yeah, about a month and a week.
So I got the new UI. Y'all saw the new UI, the new games.
Oh, speaking of the new UI, my Xbox had rebooted or whatever.
I got a new UI
in the middle of the show.
Velvet said 100 play games in the shower.
You man, these phones are waterproof, man. Just make a waterproof controller. We in there, man.
Oh man, bro, I'm too busy watching ass.
I ain't game. Think about it. People don't understand. I ain't played no video games like in 3 days. I'm on.
Yo, Emmanuel, let me answer that question about that Razer Kishi. Yo, at first I was looking at the other one that they had, the Puma, the Predator, the one that was more like the Nintendo Switch with the controllers.
That's the one I got.
Okay, so I never bought that. Remember me? I told you about that. Meg, I was gonna get that one, and then I was thinking about it, and I never got around to it. And then the Kishi, I want to get that, but every time I look on Amazon, it's sold out. Now I could buy it direct from Razer, but that's gonna have to wait another 2 weeks because that would have happened this past weekend. But
right, yeah, I got them both. I got the clip because 100 talked me into getting the clip. Excuse me, and then I got the thing that looks like it's hooked up to the Nintendo, look like a Nintendo Switch. And I have to say, I like the clip better. I just do. I like the clip a lot better. The control panels is just a little weird for me on there. So
does it feel like it's not solidly attached to the phone and that case or whatever they you gotta attach it to?
Well, no, it can adjust and it fits fine. But it's just to me it's a little spread out, like you know what I'm saying, because it's just a little spread out, and I like the fact of having the controller right there in my hand and the screen right there, because that's when we with the E3 and played it. That's how we were playing it, and I just got accustomed to playing it that way. Or sometimes I would just put the thing up on top of something, just put my phone on top of it, and then just have my controller and just play it like that without anything on it. I've done that.
Right?
Too.
Yeah.
So
that clip that they use, that's the same one that I bought. I forget the name, but I shared it from Power A, I think it is.
Yeah.
That's definitely the best clip, and I believe that's the same one they used on when you guys were at E3. That's the same one they were using. But getting back to the Kishi, it looks really good. I like the fact that it plugs into the console, so it doesn't need batteries. It doesn't have lag with the Bluetooth lag because it's direct connection. But at the same time, you could use those phone clips like the one we're talking about from Power A. That's the best one to get, by the way. I forget the name off the top of my head, but it's by Power A. The same guys who make those, budget controllers. Yeah, the Moga clip. Yeah,
the Moga clips. But yeah,
that's definitely the best one. But it also has a hole, so you can still plug in your USB cable.
I probably might invest in that.
And into into the phone, so you get a direct connection between the controller and the phone. You cut down that lag, especially if you're playing xCloud. It already has a little bit of lag from being online. You don't want that extra level, you know.
Well, see, that's the thing to me is that I want to get me a new tablet because I want a bigger screen, and then that way I can have have the one of them screens that has those back ends where it could just stand up, and then I could play to my heart's content on whatever on that when I'm away or whatever. So that's what I really want to do. So but yeah, I haven't seen the new app. Like I said, it's been about between a month and a week, or a month and a week, something like that. So it hasn't been. It's been a small minute, but yeah, no, I was playing the hell out of it because I was showing people when I was playing Tekken, and I was playing that one game that's just now on Game Pass right now. It's the top-down shooter, something from the east, from the west, or I forgot what it was called. It's a guy running around with a skull, and kind of looks like.
Oh, yeah, you talking about yeah.
It looks like
that shit ain't never fucking Diablo.
But yeah, it's a cool little game. But yeah, I was playing that, but then it's so small on my phone screen. That's when I was like, let me start playing a little bit something else. And then I let my wife look at it, and she was playing the hell out of Peggle, and so she was loving it. But
okay, so speaking of that, so I have a Note 9, right? And I had my first phone was a Moto G, the original one from like 2013. I didn't really rock with cell phones or smartphones before then. Before then, I had a Nextel and whatever, right? I was living that where you at, dog life, for a long time. But anyway, so I have a Note 9, and that's a pretty large screen. It's like 6 and change inches, and I have a Huawei tablet that's mini, more the size of like an iPad mini. Right? It's like 8 inches, right? And recently I bought iPad Pro, and I've had my Surface 3 for a while. And I heard what you said about the whole screen size thing. Now I want it with the smaller tablet. At the time when I bought it, I really liked it. And I've got this iPad now that's 11 inches versus the tablet that is 8. And the Huawei tablet is Android, and of course, iPad, iOS. And the thing of it was, I noticed a difference in the screen where my tablet, the 8-inch one, would have been large enough if it could fit on the clip. It's slightly too large to fit on that Moga clip. Just ever so slightly. It pisses me off because it's like at the razor's edge. And it would have been a perfect fit for like a large screen that's up close, But if you're talking about like a portable monitor, that's a whole different thing. But something that could fit on the clip maybe and is larger than a phone would be cool. But then you probably want something like just a portable display, I guess.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want a clip. I mean, I would just want a big enough tablet, maybe a 13-inch tablet, something that'll give me good size that I could stand up on its own and then just play it from that. So I would prefer that. And then like if I am going to be like on some kind of long trip or something of that nature, then of course, then I would have my clip. But my main option would be to have it. I mean, I'm just a fan of bigger screens. So
yeah.
So
and that's why I bring that up, like the size of the screen. Like I had the 8-inch tablet screen, and to me, that would have been perfect if it could fit on the clip. And I have a couple other clips that I've tried, and none of them fit. It's unfortunate. I think that size might have been just right. It's not too big to have a dedicated screen that's portable, whatever, but it's not so small that it's a phone screen, It's just a shame. I think that 8-inch size would be perfect. It would be perfect for like a larger type of screen, but not too big where it's unwielded and it's flopping around with the clip and the clip can barely hold it. So Lemon has a nice portable display. You might want to talk to him about that. I forget the name of it, but last time I was over there in December, I saw it.
I saw him show it.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw him show it on his channel.
But yeah, xCloud is definitely something. I was never with the whole streaming, and this is my main issue I have with Stadia, because it seems to be the only one that has this issue. Is I don't own anything that I can't play outside of Stadia unless it's an Ubisoft game. Now, if you buy an Ubisoft game on Stadia, you can still access it on Uplay and download it off of Uplay and play it on your PC at very least. So you get that. But anything else that you buy off of Stadia, even if it's on another platform, you can't redeem it to play elsewhere or anything like that. But with xCloud, you have those games already owned. It's not like you're buying games to play on xCloud. It's the games you buy or that you may or not play on xCloud and you have them with you. And I think that was the delineation that made me say I can mess with this. And if it's $5 extra, like they have Game Pass Ultimate and they add xCloud into that, and your Xbox Live is included. I forget with Game Pass Ultimate, that's your Live included, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you add that, and you add xCloud to that, and maybe you make I don't know, $20 a month or whatever. I'd be years ago I would have thought I wasn't going to be down with that, but I could be down with that because I still have access.
Yeah, it's not 20, it's 15.
It's 15. It's already included.
No, I know that, but you're saying with the xCloud, when it comes to xCloud, it's not going to be an extra price.
No, it's not. It's already included. They're already admitted.
I didn't even know that. Oh, well,
yeah.
There you go. I mean, folks, if you're not messing with this Xbox Game Pass or xCloud, I don't know what you're doing. I don't even know why you're here talking to us. If you're here listening to us and you're not messing with that,
just think about that. Go ahead, keep going.
No. No, you hopped in at the right time. I was just saying, if you're not messing with that, you're missing out.
Yeah, I was just going to say that if you just sit here and just think about how much money that xCloud bring. I know that a lot of people keep talking about the whole fact of you paying it for $1 or whatever. But if you think about how much that you would pay for that, hold on, let me do something right here.
Completely disingenuous because they know what they're saying at the same time too.
Yeah,
and they know it's bullshit.
$1.
If you buy 3 games, 3 exclusives that come out, that's $120.
Dang it.
What?
Yeah,
that's $180.
That's $120.
No, that's 180.
That's 180.
That's 180.
180.
Yeah.
You ain't paying that if you buy Xbox. You buy that. So it's crazy.
Well, no, that's a lot of money.
Well, like I said, I'm a big fan of Ace Combat, but I didn't have it on Xbox. I bought it on PC, right, and on PlayStation because it had the VR, which I recently sold my VR headset, by the way, because I had only bought it for Ace Combat with that one mode that they had, and then whatever, right? So when it came to Game Pass, I tried it out on Xbox, and then I'd forgotten the reason why I hadn't gotten on Xbox on Xbox because I had it on PlayStation and was planning to get a Pro, and never got the Pro, and it only runs at 1080p 60 on the PC, the PlayStation Pro, or the One X. And I'd forgotten about that fact because I started playing it on PC. So anyway, it was on Game Pass, and so I tried it on Game Pass, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It does run properly on the Xbox. It doesn't have HDR or nothing, but with the Series X, maybe they'll finally add that. And I thought to myself, yo, it's on Game Pass. And then come to find out, oh yeah, if you're buying a game that's on Game Pass to own in your account, so after it's gone from Game Pass, you still own it, it's also a discount. So it's not just you're saving $180. You're saving, even if you decide to get the game when it's on Game Pass. Let's say you see Streets of Rage and you buy it on Game Pass because you know it's not going to be there forever. And it's a game you really like and you want to support. Or you support it by buying it on Game Pass because it's on sale. You're paying less and still supporting the game. And that Game Pass, just I don't see how anybody can speak negatively on it, but we see the ones who do and why they do, because it's that black and white obvious. Like Game Pass is something that Nintendo wishes they had, Sony wishes they had, everybody wishes they had it on their platform. And if they tell you they're not, they're lying. They lying.
xCloud.
Yeah, that was the first time I played it on the Xbox platform. Was on xCloud. Yep, me too.
I play it on xCloud. I had to get used to it, but I play it on xCloud.
Yeah, just think about it for a second when it comes to how much money that generates within. You got 10 million users that's paying $15 a month. That's 150 million bucks. You know what I'm saying? So and then just calculate that over the year of how much money that is. You know what I'm saying? That would bring to Microsoft overall, or I should say the Xbox overall, because it's definitely going to go. It's going to go higher by the time that it's all said and done. So it's like, and then it has a lot more exposure to a whole bunch of different games that people would normally be like, man, I want to give a try. Like, let's say, for instance, Attack on Titan. That's a game I've been wanting to play forever. I refuse to pay for it because they don't drop that price. The first Attack on Titan is still like $60. The cheapest I've seen it go down was 40. I'm like, no, this game is like 3 years old. The game should be about like 20, 25 bucks. Let me see how the game plays, feels, and then I'll go ahead and I'll buy the second one. But they never did because they want to keep on trying to, get out. So I'm like, I'm not spending no money. But if that game was on Game Pass, I go ahead and I try it. If I like it, then I would go ahead and just, if I trust it, then I'll buy it. That's the thing that it does with the Japanese games, and is what 100 you was alluding to earlier, was saying, like, well, Xbox people don't want to buy the Japanese games. Well, because they don't want to commit to spending the $60 on the game, or even 40 when they drop down to or even 35 when they drop down the price, because if they haven't had a chance to play those games before, why would you commit to that type of price if they don't drop their prices any lower? So that's why I'm saying, like, everybody didn't know that they liked Yakuza. They talk shit about Yakuza. Now they love it because they got a chance to play it, and I guarantee you that they got a lot of sales off of that. So that's the power of what Game Pass does, man. And if they get a Japanese studio, put a hot ass game on it, it's going to do well because people will have access to it.
Man, it could be like that Final Fantasy moment. Maybe, to answer your question from before, maybe that will be the big moment. Some big Japanese developer who hasn't released a game on the Xbox platform for a while, or certain games, kind of like when Final Fantasy 13, when the president of Square at the time popped up, and I instantly knew what was going on. You could see the smile, and if you ever watch that moment again, you could tell the crowd was figuring it out too. That Final Fantasy 13 was coming to the Xbox 360 day and date, and remember, that was a big title for the PS3 when Xbox was in the lead back then, and the PlayStation fans were just like, so you're gonna have this game, and then what happens at the E3 just before release? Boom, it's there, and that was a pretty big impact in and of the moment. I think maybe to answer that question you asked me before, maybe something like that will happen. A Japanese developer will release a series that hasn't been on Xbox before, or maybe newfound support for the Xbox platform, and some older or newer titles that they plan to release will also come to Xbox. Because like I've said before, it's been me and Bloody have been harping about this for a while. Yakuza used to be one of them where it was a de facto exclusive to PlayStation, not because they didn't like Xbox or they didn't think that the Xbox crowd would get the game, but because in Japan, because these companies seem to only focus on Japan, even if they sell their games elsewhere, they seem to focus on Japan, and if the game isn't going to sell there, they don't even want to work on it at all, even if it's going to make them a profit. Because if it doesn't matter, because if it doesn't do numbers in Japan, it may as well not exist, which makes no sense to me. These guys, this is supposed to be a business, supposed to be making money, and people want to enjoy your product. What's the problem? I understand the translation, all of that, but if you're telling me that Microsoft isn't gonna support that if you come to them, I don't think so. And people want to give up, example of Street Fighter 5. What Capcom was asking for with that game was a little ridiculous, and you see how it went down. They tried to rush that game long before it was ready, years before it was ready. So I feel, to answer that question from before, that maybe they'll do some deal with some Japanese developer that hasn't been really on Xbox lately.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing would be bringing the person that made Dead or Alive. I can't think of his name right off the bat.
Itagaki.
Yeah, bringing him and Ninja Gaiden and have him work on his own new title, or try to have, or like somebody else brought up in the chat was Lost Odyssey 2. Because the one thing that tripped me out was that there were a lot of people that were confused. I mean, were surprised that Nihon has not came to Xbox, because they've had such a good relationship, especially in the 360 era, with Xbox, that that game would have definitely been maybe even been marketed by Xbox if they kept the same energy like they did with the 360 era. But it's glad that Phil is trying to get all of that information. I mean, trying to get all of that relationship fixed from whatever the problems were to where the Japanese market just completely just said, we just don't care. So
Well, that's
that would be
Tecmo,
great. And then that was
left. I think that's what happened. Itagaki, I think, left Tecmo, and I think that's when the change happened, because Tecmo supported Xbox mainly because of him, and when he left, I think that's what killed it there.
Right. So, got any more questions? 100.
And he's gone. 100.
Hunter's here. Hunter here, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody hanging out. My boy came over. I got to go out. I'm about to drink some beers and chill out. I appreciate K Mega. I get you sick. You need to get your ass to a channel. You know what I'm saying? Get your channel together. You know what I'm saying? K Mega came out. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. I'm gonna kick your ass in Madden sometime tonight or whatever.
All right, man. I'm looking for it because I'm getting ready to stream here in a little bit. So
you can stream.
Yeah.
I'm out. Trash. No, don't worry about this. All
righty then, fellas.
I'm out, man. Shout out to my man Zink, Emmanuel. Everybody hanged out with us, man. Because I didn't think that, you know what I'm saying? Check out to everybody. I'm just finna chill. I gotta go to work tomorrow. That's what's messing me up. Otherwise, I'll go buck wild.
You better get yourself a Lyft or Uber. He right about that.
Yeah. Don't you do no driving.
I got
for real.
So I'm going to bed early. So
yeah. You better take your ass to bed. You ever talk about playing Madden? You get on out of here.
Hang on.